What is going on, everyone? So special video today, had to make it. So 1 year ago today, I came up with the idea of the Platinum Pro project. So I want to take you back, a little trip down memory lane, and tell you some of the reasons of how it all came up, what we were doing at the time, everything like that. So stay tuned. So this year, I've had a good amount of growth and a lot of new faces on the channel, new subscribers. So I wanted to take the time and explain exactly what we're doing with the truck I have now, what we had before, what we almost had in the middle. So let's take it back. I started this channel in May 2016, which we're actually coming up on our 2-year anniversary later this month. I had a 2016 TRD Pro double cab. I loved it. Now the reason I made the channel was, well, because I had a TRD Pro, which were pretty hard to get. I thought I would pretty much do a day-to-day kind of video series on what it's like to own one, parts for it, etc. And I also knew a couple things about Tundra because at that point I had the TRD Pro was my 4th Tundra. So, you know, you learn a couple things along the way, so you want to spread it, you know, to other people and help them out. Never really had a clue it would get to where it's gotten today, and we continue to grow, and it's a lot of fun. Met a lot of nice people, so I thank everyone for tuning in. So fast forward to 2017, as the channel was starting to do well and more people were coming on board, I decided I was going to order a 2017 Crewmax TRD Pro in cement, which I did order. So for anyone who asked the question of a few videos ago that I had about how you can't order a TRD Pro, some people were saying you could never order a TRD Pro. Well, I ordered my 2016 and I ordered a 2017. So we ordered one, but during the time that I was waiting for that to come in, and even before I ordered the 2017 TRD Pro, one thing that always got to me, and if you've been around the channel a long time, you know this already, I didn't like the fact that the TRD Pro didn't have a lot of luxury features at all. I felt like I wanted to do something a little bit different. A lot of people have trouble getting a TRD Pro Tundra, so I hatched the idea of the Platinum Pro project. Now what that was is, I was going to buy a Platinum Tundra, Platinum trim Tundra. We were going to put all the TRD Pro parts on it to show you, the subscriber and viewer, that you don't necessarily need to get a TRD Pro Tundra to have something along the lines of a TRD Pro Tundra. Here's what the TRD Pro would be if it had luxury features. So it's the best of both worlds. You get the Platinum Tundra, which is the top of the line. It shares the top trim level with the 1794. 1794 is a Platinum with a Western theme. So you get the top trim level, you know, you get your heated cooled seats, sunroof, moonroof, which is not available on the TRD Pro at that point. For 2019 it will be. Unless you're Canadian, you were always able to get a TRD Pro with a moonroof. But we were going to get blind spot monitoring. We were going to get a lot of things in a Platinum that you could not get on a TRD Pro. But we were going to go ahead and we were going to add parts like the TRD Pro suspension, the TRD Pro skid plate, dual exhaust. I ended up putting in, originally before the supercharger, a TRD cold air intake, and things like that. Pretty much everything that would make it a TRD Pro Tundra, but on a Platinum. So I kind of did that build for you guys. Don't get me wrong, I wanted a Tundra with a lot more features on it, but we did the Platinum Pro project just to show it was possible, and there were a lot of people out there who couldn't get a TRD Pro, and they were kind of bummed about it, or their local dealership had a huge market value adjustment on it where the truck was $46,000, but they were selling it for $56,000 and no one wanted to spend that money. Well, you could get a Platinum or a 1794 really, and you know, you can deal and negotiate the deal down, so you're going to save a lot of money. And then with the money you saved, you could go buy all these TRD Pro parts, and you're getting the best of both worlds. Now, it won't have the TRD Pro bed stamp, but other than that, you know, it's still pretty cool. So today is the day that I came up with the idea of doing this. Today is the day I called Frank and said, hey, I saw you had that black Platinum on your lot. what if we go this direction? So we were nice enough, or he was nice enough to, help me along the way to see if that's really what I wanted to do. And, like I said, the TRD Pro was already on its way. Well, it was being built at the time. So, he was able to get that sold right away when it was on its way in. So that was no problem. It's never a problem with the TRD Pros. And I was able to do this project for you. So for me, this was a huge, today, 1 year ago, was a huge memory and moment for this channel, because it took it in a whole different direction. We started to do this project, and way more subscribers started to come in, and more people wanted to see what we were doing. Then we went crazy, and last September we added a Magnuson supercharger. We've added the 2018 headlights and fog lights, LED. We've done a lot. We've BFG KO2 tires. I added them when the truck, before it was delivered to me, so when they were putting on all the TRD Pro stuff. I wanted to get those tires because, well, let's be honest, the TRD Pro doesn't come with the most aggressive tires, but we didn't want anything too crazy, so I went with the market leader, the BFG KO2, and they have been fantastic ever since. And we also went with the Ultra wheels, Ultra Motorsports Phantom wheels. Now, I'll be honest with you, the reason we didn't get the TRD Pro wheels was because they were like $500 a piece. And at that point, I kind of had to figure out what I wanted to spend my money on. And I figured the suspension, the skid plate, the dual exhaust, all that would make a lot more sense. And then we could just put on wheels that are blacked out and kind of go that direction. We've also added so many other things to this truck that I can't even remember half the time. We've done so much. Truck Hero, a great sponsor of mine, was able to give me the Xtang Trifecta 2.0 tri-fold cover for the bed. We got the NFAB steps on there. We got Husky liners on the inside. So the truck is looking good, and it's been one heck of a year and a fun build, and the build's not over. Now, this truck is a staple of the channel at this point. People come here to talk about and see this truck. So as of right now, I want this truck to always be on the channel. No matter what we do going forward, this truck should always remain. We're doing long-term testing on all the TRD Pro parts that are on there. We're doing long-term testing on the supercharger. Anytime something new comes out for the Tundra, I try to add it. If we can't get the 2019 TRD Pro like we were planning on doing as the second Tundra for the channel, I'm pretty much going to put all of the 2019 TRD Pro stuff on this one, because that's what this truck is about. It is the TRD Pro project truck, Platinum Pro project, which I just realized right now I actually have the, oh, I can't point because I'm looking at the wrong thing. I actually have the shirt on that we just created like a week ago, Platinum Pro project, and on the back, it has all the stuff checked off that we did to it. Hashtag no chrome. We took all the chrome off of this truck last summer because I wanted to body color everything like the TRD Pro. All of these parts were available at Sparks Parts, by the way. If you guys don't know this by now, I have a promo code with Sparks Parts, sparksparts.com, or you could go there in person. It's in Myrtle Beach, Sparks Toyota. Tundra Dude 34 promo code saves you 5% every day on everything. So if you're trying to build your own TRD Pro, it's a great place to start. They will definitely help you out. But man, it has been a fun build. We have learned a lot. But today, 1 year ago, is when it all started. So my question to you is, were you around? Did it influence you to do anything to your Tundra? Please let me know in the comments below. And as always, you can contact me, Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34 or TundraDude34@gmail.com. Overall, I want to thank everyone for being here. If it's your first day here, if you've been here a year, if you've been here the almost 2 years we've been around, if you're on my live streams every day, I thank you for the support. And your support is the reason we could do fun things like the Platinum Pro project. And I'm always open to suggestions on what you would like to see next. So don't be afraid to email me and let me know some of your ideas. I'm wide open. I learn so much stuff from you guys just as much as I try to teach you things as well. So feel free. I will talk to you guys soon, and thank you once again.